Welcome back for the Mobile Gaming Fanatics. I'm MyTyme, this is Top Drives, and I thought I'd bring you a midweek video just to go over a couple of things which have happened in the game and give you an update on my Gunpowder Apollo R prelims. Now, there was a little update released. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything big in the game, okay? So there's not going to be any major changes at the moment. It was just smaller stuff. It also gave an opportunity to introduce the bundles. Now, we do see these bundles in the store. However, this isn't what's caught my attention. Now, as ever, these bundles are better value than going into the gold store and just buying the gold itself. So if you were thinking of topping up, then this is the time to do so. However, that's not on my mind at the moment. I was more intrigued by the free carbon fiber packs on offer. Now, just hold on there, bear with me. Yes, 3, 1, 2, because the third one you will find in the challenges, and it is the Aston Martin carbon fiber. Now, for me, I'm very lucky. I have a lot of Aston Martins now. I've opened enough of these packs in the past and worked on enough of the cars. I don't actually need this pack to help me finish the challenge. If I had an abundance of gold, then I would open some more of those packs because there are still some more Aston Martins that I would like to get. But I was saving my cash for the Apollo R finals. However, I have been extremely tempted by this Motorsport carbon fiber pack. The 80s, not so much. I don't have such an affinity for the older cars, although these events do come around with some kind of frequency. It is definitely the Motorsport carbon fiber which is intriguing, and I say that because you can go to My Cars, click on all cars and go to filter. If you go down to the tags, you can pick all the cars available in Motorsport which aren't price cars, and the first thing you see when you look at it is some lovely McLarens which already interest me, the Bentley Continental GT3 which is a car I extremely want to get, and a Porsche 962C which is an amazing car. So already some of the legendaries that you can potentially get here are amazing cars or cars that I would like. And as I even scroll down, the Lanciers were sought after cars for such a long time. People were opening Italian Renaissance packs when the patch was first released, trying to get these Lanciers, trying to get the off-road cars, and this is where I think the pack excels. These 4 cars here, for example, 4 amazing off-road cars all in this pack if you get a legendary. Now, let's just say you pull a legendary and it's not one of these 4 cars, which are all great cars that you should keep and work on, max out. You can still get one of these great cars, or with a Porsche, even a 917 is great. The Jaguar's got good MRA. Even the Nissan R390, I've got great MRA in it. These cars are all pretty good in their own right, even though I would be after either one of these 4 off-roads or probably either these 4, to be fair. I mean, the 12C isn't quite as great because I do obviously have a couple McLarens that I've already worked on, so I prefer one of the ones with already a little bit slightly better base stats. But you see what I mean, great cars. And to complement that, if you're only going to get an epic, you can get the Renault Sport Megane Trophy, which is an amazing car, or the Ford Mustang, another great car which I really want to get, along with the Mustang GT4, both the Evos, which I've already got, great cars, the Tuscan, which I've fed away in the past, another great car. I wish I hadn't done. Same with the Jaguar XJS, 2 cars I fed away in the past, which would actually I'd definitely keep now if I got them. And even as we scroll down, there are a lot of half decent cars in here. The Peugeots are really useful. The Peugeot 306 Maxi, another useful car. I mean, if you did get something that you didn't particularly want, say the Evo 10 or the Impreza, I mean, I've got no real time for the Imprezas, or a second WRX STI or something like that, it is fused. But there are some good epics in here. And although we don't want to open a carbon fiber pack and our best car just be an ultra rare, at least if it is an ultra rare, you can get the Ford RS200, which is still eluding me. The Lancia 037 Rally, I've got 2 of these. It's an amazing car. It is an amazing car. It is better than the Porsche 924 Carrera, which is a car I wanted for so long. And this car is better. It has better handling, better 0 to 60, better top speed. Okay, it will perform better. I promise you. And you can now farm the Porsche 924 from the Yellowbird, so it's not really key from this pack because you can find a way to get it. But the Mitsubishi Evo 4, we already know I love the car for what it can do. Again, with a Volkswagen, great car, rally spec, extremely useful car for British events, and on the same kind of level, the Nissan Silvia, although I would say not quite as good as the rally spec, it is great for the Japanese events of off-road where it comes extremely handy. And then there's some other cars like the Aston Martin DB3S, which is a great car, and you come down to the Corsa Super, great four-wheel drive car with off-road tyres, and the Opel Adam R2 again. So you do have some extremely strong or useful cars in here, especially with the off-road tag. So for me, that makes that pack a winner, and I will open one of those. I'm going to be tempted to open two, but I think I'll just try my luck. It's going to depend, to be fair. It's going to depend how the first pack goes, because I will show you my Gunpert Apollo prelims have now changed, okay, and I'm going to thank Rosh 555 for in the comments talking about his hand and kind of how he changed his, etc. Made me actually think about my hand, and you will see what I have done. I did work on my Numero 9, okay. It's got 3 upgrades into it, and I'm actually not even using it now, okay. This just reiterates my point of do not work on cars for a specific event unless you are 100% sure you will be using that car. Now, I was maybe a little bit premature with this car. I still feel it has a place in the event, and it does depending on your garage, but it is not as strong and key as I had originally thought. The Pescarolo is the key car. This car done 332 like this beats the 323 version of it on the Ocean City streets, and it only loses by 60-70 points against literally every single other car you're going to come up against. This is an amazing RQ saver. Now the point that kind of got me thinking about, excuse me for clicking out there, was I am not utilising my previous hand, my legendaries. And the thing is, the Onyx is a great car, okay. This is a great French car. I haven't worked on it because I never really used it. I'm only now beginning to realise how kind of strong the car actually is, and with that it gives me a great chance on the drags. Alongside that, the Peugeot Quasar is going to be a great car for the wet. Why was I not using it? I have one upgrade into it. Now it does lose, as I have found out, to the Mirai on the hairpin road, but the other courses it will beat it. And where I had the Numero 9 in, where it was only kind of, it was winning, but it was winning by 50 points or 60 points kind of, and if it was losing by 50 or 60. It wasn't really guaranteeing me wins all the time. So here I thought, let's just throw in a slingshot, because worst case scenario, if I was using it on a wet track, for example, it does have traction control and ABS, but the way this hand plays out, I've only got, the only car I've got which will fit in here for the RQ is the slingshot. I have to put in 2 American cars, and I'm utilising my legendaries with the Pescarolo, always going on the Ocean Streets track, because we will have that every single game. Now I'm going to show you against the person down here. Let me come up and just see how high the top one is. So this would be a victory for me. G-Force test is a victory for me again, because this isn't a maxed out Mirai. This is a victory. This is, let me think. So victory. The slingshot could lose neither of these, and the Onyx is going to probably lose as well, because obviously my legendaries aren't max or haven't been worked out as heavily, which isn't great. I would lose here. I'd win, lose. Question is how much in the hairpin mode do I lose by? But at least I can get 3 victories along the way, which gives me a chance. Again, it's a victory, loss, victory. So I have a reasonable chance. Lose here, but not by too much. Win, I hope, and lose by a bit. So let's just pick someone. Let's go someone. Let's go one which is actually using the Ford GT90. So let's use this one. Okay, so now look of it, this looks like a reasonably balanced team, but the problem is the Ocean City Streets, the Pescarolo is going to win it, and I will show you that. I also know that I have a chance here. If it was the drag course, then I'd definitely put the Peugeot, because the Peugeot beats the Furai in the drags, and it would, pretty sure it also beats the Ford GT90 in the drag like this if it's not worked on. But parking lot, victory. Now we can take a victory, the G-force test, and a victory on hairpin road. Okay, I've given myself here 4 victories, believe it or not, and I will lose the first one against the Furai. So this team here will definitely consolidate me a top 50. Even though I've lost by 164 points, I am definitely getting a top 50. I cannot make top 10 though. I would 100% have to max out, or at least level up probably a couple levels into both of my legendaries to give me a few more points on the races that I was winning with them, or to lose by a few less points if they were losing. So you'll see here, not that there's anything wrong with the Metropolis, it's just its handling just doesn't help it enough here. It's just not good enough. And the thing with the Pescarolo, it's absolutely amazing on the drag part. I mean, look, this is against, okay, fair enough, the handling's quite similar, it's got less 0 to 60, but it is a standardized car. You'd think it'd be a lot closer. The Pescarolo just destroys it, and we get the victory. So while I'm not going to be able to make any kind of impression on the top 10, I will leave myself in a position to potentially get something good from the premium pack, and I can stop using my resources now and wait for the finals. And because I'm not going to be using all my resources again now, I do feel I might come in and try the Motorsport pack. Now obviously I want a legendary, and I pretty much want any legendary except for the ones I've got. So it's basically the RT 390. So I just don't want to get the R390. I don't want to get the Nissan. If I'm going to get one, to be honest with you, that would be a slight bummer. But any of the off-road ones, I don't mind which one, it'd be extremely great, because it would be a big improvement to my off-road garage. So we start off slow, that's fine. Oh, okay, good. It's at least 3 decent like Super Rare or above cars, which I can't complain about. Would it have been Ultra Rare now? No, okay. So the Peugeot Rally 504. It's worth keeping one of them if you don't have one. I've got 2, but I don't think you really need to. Here's the moment of truth. Will we get... Oh, the 911 Carrera. I've already got one of these. I definitely don't need a second one. It has extremely good handling. Put it up to 99. Slick tires. Yes, it's good. I just don't use it enough. But it is an epic. It is an epic. And with that, I will be able to accumulate enough gold before the final from events, etc., to be able to open a pack. Okay, it did give me an epic, so we will go for one more. I've had a feeling this would tempt me in for another one, but that was a good pack. That was a good pack. It was just not the epic I would have asked to have. Renault Sport Clio Cup car, again extremely strong. You get 97 handling off of this car. Really useful to keep. Definitely keep one. And are we going to... Oh, the Peugeot 205. I've got one of these. I don't need a second. I'd love to have got the RS 200 if I was going to get any. Well, they didn't go as well as I would have wanted, but they are great packs. So reality is, if you're going to purchase a pack, the Motorsport pack does have a lot of good cars. Anyway, everyone, that's been me for now. I will come back after the event has finished, because although I won't have an amazing pack to show you, we will get an idea of what we're going to get before the actual final start, and hopefully I'll be able to come and show you the finals from the beginning and let you know the team I'm using and give you some helpful tips along the way. So thank you for watching forever. I've been MyTyme. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you all soon.